everyone. Welcome to our free stamping class for Thursday, October 6th. It must be 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern because Barb is live on YouTube. So welcome to all of you that were waiting before I showed up. I appreciate that very much. You guys were all talking about your weather. Our weather has been, it's been cloudy all day, about 50, which is not bad. I mean, it is fall for heaven's sake, so we can expect a little bit cooler weather. But I'm sure some of you have some nice weather. Some of you probably have some really yucky weather. Yeah, so I'm very excited to be here. Tonight's live is going to have to be kind of a quick one. I'm hoping to get done at about 10 minutes till the hour because, excuse me, we are doing our fall retreat this week, and we have the Business Palooza, which was today. So we have been posting videos every hour, mostly every hour on the hour, about business training topics for demonstrators, those members of our team, and then demonstrators who have paid us to be part of the event. So we've been doing that all day, and at 6 o'clock my time, so 10 to the hour, we are going to be going live in that Facebook group to do a Q&A from the experts. That's us. So Dina, Kelly, and I are the experts. And, honestly, we have a combined probably just over 60 years of stamping experience. I mean, I'll be hitting my 20-year anniversary in April. I think Kelly will hit her 19th anniversary next year. Dina's probably 24 or 25. So, I mean, we've got a lot of experience. We've got a lot of information and a lot of things to share. So we are the experts, and there will be a Q&A live in that group at, 6 o'clock my time. So I need to get done with this live at about 10 to the hour. And so I have 2 projects for sure. And then if we can squeak in that third, we'll squeak it in. Otherwise we won't. I mean, because I do need to, take a potty break, maybe drink some water, maybe grab a snack. Yeah, so I can get ready for that. So there's no updates on my son. He's getting his root canals next Thursday, I believe it is. So I'm sure he's really excited about that. So he's getting those done. My daughter is here again for the weekend. So yay. And I feel kind of bad because I'm working a lot this week. Last time when she came a couple weeks ago, she told me in advance she was coming. And so I worked really hard while she wasn't here to get ready so that I could take time off to be with her. Well, this time she decided to come home. I think it was Sunday or Monday. And I was like, I can't get everything done I have to get done, because a lot of things that I have to do for this Business Palooza today and the Stampapalooza stamping portion of the retreat, which is tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I have to be physically here to do it. A lot of things I cannot schedule in advance. And so she said, that's fine. She's got some homework and stuff to do. So we're going to hang out when we can. And when I have to work, then I have to work. So it is what it is. So let me check the comments here real quick to see if anybody's got anything important that they want to discuss. And I should tell you guys, you can still get in on the retreat. If you're a demonstrator and you want some help running your business, if you want to learn how to create a project sheet, if you want to learn how to make a video and photograph your projects and edit them, if you want to learn how to do a Facebook Live, YouTube Live, if you want to learn how to put together a scheduling calendar for yourself, and a few other things, you definitely want to sign up for this training. There is a link in the description of this video that you can still get in. Everything was recorded. The only thing that's going to be live is the thing that we're doing after my live now, but it will also be recorded and it will stay in the group. So you'll have access to these videos, forever. So you can still get in. The business portion is $49 by itself. If you sign up for the retreat, it's an extra $25. And I will tell you guys, I have 1 retreat box left. So if anybody is interested in doing the retreat, the boxes don't get mailed out until Monday. Everything happens the next 3 days. Then the boxes go out. I have 1 left. So if you want it, link is in the description to get it because there's 1 left. So But yeah, the business portion, it's been amazing. The feedback we have gotten is incredible. You guys are loving our business palooza, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. We are kind of amazing. So anyway, that's going on, and you can still get in. And yeah. Oh, I didn't ever check the comments. Sometimes, you know, my brain just goes a million places at once. There's just a lot of things going on right now. And I think you guys are just all saying hello, and some of you are finally catching me live. Welcome if you're catching me for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. YouTube loves that kind of thing. They love thumbs up. They love subscribing down here in the corner. They love it when you click the notification bell, also letting you know when I go live and when I upload videos. And they love it when you comment. So do all those things. Yay. Okay. Terry's just saying we're having a great time today in the group. Yes, Terry should know Terry's in the group. So, yeah, you guys, there's a lot of great content in there. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and there's something I want to show you and I don't know where it is. So I'm going to flip the camera, and while I'm flipping the camera, I'm going to look for the thing that I wanted to show you. My daughter made me something very cool, and she would like to offer it to you guys also, if you're interested. So she made me this. This is something that I have on my wall down here in my stamp room. It is a glass frame, and then she has watercolored the background and then handwritten my only stamp on days ending in Y. And she is possibly going to be laid up for a while. She has an ankle issue and it's not getting better. So it's possible she's going to have surgery in her future. And so she might need something to do while she's convalescing if that happens. Either way, she loves to create art pieces. And so she's offering this for sale. We did kind of figure out the shipping on this. It's kind of a lot. It's about $13. We have to pack it in a box and put padding around it because otherwise the glass will break. Anyway, so if you are interested in one of these, she can take custom colors if you want. I do have a link in the description of this video to her Jot form where you can sign up if you're interested. She's going to sell them for $39.95, which includes the item done in the colors that you desire and the shipping to you. So they are individually done, one at a time, or two or three at a time, depending on the color combinations and whatever. But if you're interested, she would greatly appreciate the support. I would appreciate the support. Give her something to do. And it's a really fun, colorful thing that I have hanging in my room, and I love it. So there you go. All right. As you guys may know, Stampin' Up! Is offering a Starter Kit Plus special for the month of October. If you're not a demonstrator, why? Why aren't you? There's no reason why you shouldn't be a demonstrator. If you're buying Stampin' Up!, you should be a demonstrator. You get a discount. You get early access to order things before everyone else. There's just lots of things that you get. You get me, you get Dina, you get Kelly. We all work together on a lot of things. And so you get us all. You get a membership to Stamp Happy Academy after you've placed your first order as a demonstrator. There is no reason not to be a demonstrator. If you decide it's not for you and you want to quit, or you can't meet your quarterly minimums, nothing happens to you. You don't lose anything. You're just dropped. And then if you want to sign up again at some other time, you can. And right now you get $155 in your kit that you choose, and you pay $99 plus tax for it. There's not even any shipping on it. So I would love to have you join me. So, and a lot of you girls in the comments, if you're already demonstrators, you're telling everyone you should be a demonstrator. So there you go. Okay. We just talked about the retreat. I've got one retreat box left. Of course, if you just want to sign up for the online only version of the retreat, it is $70. The Business Palooza is online. It is $49 or $25 with the retreat, either or the box or just the online version. Of course, everything is in the description of this video. You can sign up with my form. My class to go for the month of October, I'm going to try to talk fast. We've got stamping to do, is I'm going to be using the Decorated with Happiness bundle. That is, in case you didn't know, this fun stamp set here with these coordinating dies. And we're going to make a card using this today that honestly I think is pretty dang cute. So you're going to get a little packet of supplies. You get a couple ribbons, you get some gems, you get some jingle bells, you get 3 different types of paper, glitter paper, gold foil, and the lights aglow. And then you would get a kit with envelopes and pre-cut cardstock pieces and a gift box. Because in my classes, you make 2 each of 4 designs. So you could make 4 for yourself and 4 that you could gift in this cute little box. So there you go. Link to purchase the kit, description of the video, of course. Okay, my other class is the Sweet Candy Canes. Mary says, I'm not a demonstrator because I don't understand the ordering process. Mary, that's where I would come in to help you. So get with me, not today, because I can't do it today, but in the next few days, if you really are interested in becoming a demonstrator, and I'm happy to help you. We can do a Zoom or something. My other class is the Sweet Candy Canes class. I do this with Kelly and Dina. We've got 6 amazing cards in the class. The kit is $45. It includes the red and green ribbon combo pack and the red rhinestone jewels. Online only version, $20. You can get all of the products, including the bundle, if you want, for $102. I have a few Fish and a Wish classes left. I have a few Best Butterflies classes left. I'm going to actually be using this bundle today. Stamp Happy Academy, got to talk about that every week because it's amazing. And a lot of you girls that are in Stamp Happy Academy are going to say in the comments that it's amazing. So there you go. There's 3 different membership levels. They're all amazing. Monday, I will be live in Stamp Happy Academy doing one of our live classes for the month. And yeah, so I'd love for you to join me there. Adhesive kits, I always have them for sale. They are super cute. They come in these cute little pouches with your seal, glue dots, dimensionals, a liquid glue, tear and tape, adhesive eraser, ink eraser, and a ruler. And then I always have all occasion cards for sale. This is my sample pack that I always show. There are 20 cards in here for you. They're just random. I just throw 20 cards in and I send them to you. You don't get to choose them, unfortunately, because I only have like singles of each card because I usually only make 1. Finally, my project tutorial library is amazing. And yeah, you would love it if you would check it out. That'd be awesome. Okay, so now we are going to get to our first project, which will be with the Decorated with Happiness bundle. Get those things out of the way. We're going to do a little bit of embossing. Oh, I need my tape. Where is my tape? Okay. All right. So what I have in my little, what have I got here? I wanted to use some, whoops, not that. Dolly says, do you provide envelopes with your card packs? In my class to go, Dolly, I do. In the online class that the 3 of us do together, we don't. I don't know why we don't. We should talk about that. But anyways, in my class kit, I do provide envelopes. Okay, so I've got a piece of pink, polished pink for my card base. I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the inside when we get to that point. I have a white frame that I have cut out with the Fabulous Frame dies. Oh, the packs I sell, Dolly? No, envelopes are not included. I mean, I only charge $25 for 20 cards. That's a ridiculous price. So I don't. Mary says, would you only be able to use SU supplies? Yeah, Mary, if you're doing a class, you wouldn't want to use anything else because people can't buy what I would call contraband from you. So it's not really, it doesn't make much sense for you as a demonstrator to use products that you don't sell in a class. That seems kind of silly to me. So no, you're not allowed to do that. Fabulous frames. Here's my frame. And then I have a piece of white that I cut just slightly smaller than the frame so it can go behind it. And actually, let me just measure this. I think it's just like slightly smaller than 3 1/4. Or no, it's 3 1/2. Yeah, it's a little smaller. By 4 3/4. Then I also have a piece of smoky slate. Yeah, Mary, if you're just stamping for yourself, you can use whatever you want. That's totally fine. All right. So here is, yeah. So Mary, if you've got some questions, give me a call someday, not today. And then we can talk about it. So I've got a piece of basic gray. And I've also got the dry brush background stamp that we're going to be using. And I have some smoky slate ink here. And my smoky slate ink pad is a little bit inky, so I am going to press some of the ink back into the pad with the dull end of my knife here. And I'm going to add that to my background stamp. And I'm just leaving my stamp in the case because I'm not trying to be precise or perfect about my placement of this. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm just going to rub the ink onto my layer of cardstock here. And then we have the dry brush on there. And then what I did was I took the little foliage piece from the die set and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Where are you? This one here. And now look what I have. So it just adds some texture, because I know you're going at gray. Yeah, my Christmas card is going to be gray and pink. I'm going to go a little outside the box tonight, which I do sometimes because it is kind of fun. And so we've got that. Then we also need some scraps of the pink. Where's a good scrap? I thought I was prepared. My daughter was down here today and we were doing some things. So here's some pink. I have some packing tape here. This is a tape gun that I use to package up all the things that I send out of here. But I'm going to pull off a little piece of tape. And I'm just going to stick it on this piece of cardstock here. Okay. There we go. So I've got it all pressed down onto the cardstock. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some more of these, some of the dies. So I've got one of the ornaments there, an ornament there. I've got some little, these are, I guess they're little snowflakes. I don't know what they are. I think they're supposed to be snowflakes. Some stars, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay. And then what I'm going to get, and I've done this already with a few different colors. And so here is what you get. Look at this. It looks like I embossed them. They are shiny. And they just look so cool. I don't know if the camera's actually doing them justice, but they are so cool. So then I did a couple of bows. I've got some bows in white. I didn't know what colors I was going to want to use for sure. So then I've got a gray bow. I've got some of these little snowflake pieces. I've got some stars, all out of a piece of cardstock with a piece of packing tape put over it. So it looks like it's embossed. So that kind of looks like I have pink embossing, or it was embossed in clear. I don't know. But I just thought that was a really fun technique. And so I am going to put these dies away so that I don't lose them. You guys know how it goes. Losing stuff. Yeah, I know. It's a really cool technique. And I mean, the color combinations, or the colors are endless. I mean, any color cardstock you have, you can now have something that looks embossed. And I did the bell, and it's just so cool. All right, so let's push all those things out of the way for the moment. And so we're going to bring this. And so I'm going to go ahead and put these things together. And so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use my adhesive. Or wait a second, I don't want to do this quite yet. Hold on. I got to think in my brain for a second here. So I'm going to lay this over here. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, Terry says this is the latest technique. And yeah, it is. And it is pretty cool. And so I'm going to end up putting my ornaments about like that. So the stamp set also has these little kind of squiggly things that go behind the ornaments. As you can see, this one has one here. This one's got one. That one's got one. The foliage have them. And so I've got a couple of those already mounted. And hello, Mary's joining us from Texas City, Texas. That's cool. Texas City. I like it. Okay. All right, I got to get this so it doesn't move around, because I want to kind of put obviously the solid parts of my ornament, behind where the ornament is. So I'm going to start with this one here. So I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp it off once because it is kind of dark. And then I'm going to kind of hold my hand where I want it to go and then stamp it. And I think that might have gotten screwed up. We'll see. We might be able just to wing it. I think we're going to be able to wing it. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And then this one here, we're going to put up here somewhere. So I will ink this little guy, and I'm going to stamp that one off also. You know, maybe I should get my frame out of the way. Maybe I should just kind of do this. Then my frame isn't giving me some fits. Okay, and we'll just stamp that like that. And of course, it doesn't have to be perfect because clearly the little color behind the ornament isn't the exact same shape. So it's not that big of a deal if it's not perfect. Okay, and I also want to add my sentiment. So I am going to put the frame back on here so that I kind of know that, you know, where my parameters are in there for my sentiment. And I did pick the sentiment out of the stamp set, and it says, wishing you a season decorated with happiness and wonder. And so I'm going to use basic gray for this. And we're going to try to do it straight. We'll see what happens. Sometimes we're lucky, sometimes we're not. Oh, Joanne says she didn't know what those little squiggles were for. Now you do, Joanne. I mean, and maybe they're not for that, but that's what I'm going to use them for. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this to this. So I'm going to use these adhesive strips just because they're kind of easy to use. I'm just going to like pull the strip off of the sheet. And I am just going to add it kind of in the center, but close to the inside edge. Not so close that you can see it when you're looking at the card, but close so that I can, so that it will stick to the piece that I made to fit it. Does that even make sense? No, I'm not making sense to myself. How can I possibly be making sense to you? So that it'll fit on this. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes the brain, my brain, when I'm doing something and I'm trying to talk at the same time, I can't. I can either talk or do the thing that I'm doing. I can't do both. And of course, like I said, I've got a lot of other things going through my brain right now with the old Stampa-palooza and the business palooza. And sometimes words are hard, Judy. That is exactly it. And I really hope we don't get any trolls tonight. I'm really not in the mood. Trolls are annoying. Okay. And Lori Russell's on telling us it's her first time watching. Welcome, Lori. I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, please come back. I'm live every Thursday night here on YouTube at 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. And wow, I was able to say that and do something at the same time. But, you know, removing dimensional backings isn't like rocket science or something. Okay, so now I'm going to try to come down on this so it's in the middle. And it's not off center, and I think I got it. Yay, I'm a little off over here, but I think that's fine. And you know what I can do? I can always snip off some of this because it's a little close to the edge over here. So we're just going to snip some off so that it's not quite so close. Okay, so this is obviously going to go onto this, so no problem there. I'm actually going to put my foliage on here, kind of figure out where I want it to be. And I think what I'm going to do with it is I think I'm going to try to like hide a mini dimensional back here. I don't know how much luck I'm going to have with that. I didn't think this all the way through. Surprise! Okay, but I feel like there's a fairly thick spot right there that I might be able to put a dimensional in. And I kind of think that maybe nobody would notice it. And if I snip off just the little bit that I can see, I can kind of hide that. Okay. Then I'm going to add some just regular glue. I just needed something to kind of be there so that it didn't sag into the frame because the frame is kind of lifted. And so I didn't want that to be stuck in there or sunk in there. And look at that. I got pink. Ugh. Of course I did. I might be able to fix that. We'll see. Anyway, for the moment, we're not going to do anything about that. And we're just going to figure out where the glue is going to go. I think that's going to be fine there. I think that's going to be fine like that. So we are just barely going to put some glue right here. and then on the end of the thing there. So we'll just take some liquid glue and we'll just add it to that little foliage end there, and then maybe to the stem here. There we go. Take the dimensional backing off. And then we are going to add it to the card like so. Oh, my dimensional backing got stuck down in there. Okay. So then for these little guys, I am just going to use a glue dot because I've got these little bows that I did. I put tape on the white and I'm going to put them over the top here. So I'm going to hide my glue dot. So I'm just going to put a glue dot back here, like where you would have the hanger for the ornament. And I'll just kind of stick that on. I'll do that again with this little round ornament here. So cute. And I know pink and gray are just like, I just love pink and gray together. They're so amazing. And I mean, who says you can't have a pink and gray Christmas card, right? I mean, who makes the rules here? All right, so then I'm just going to add, and I could use a glue dot, but I've just got a little glue there. I'll add my little bows, and these are so cute because they are slick. They are shiny, which is pretty cool. Okay, and now they actually kind of raise up off the card. So there's kind of like some 3D action going here. If you don't like this 3D action, you can take a rolled up glue dot. You roll it up with your fingernail. Get it small. And then you could add a glue dot to the underneath portion of this ornament there. And then you just press that down. Oh my, look what happened. My bow came off because I was messing around. Okay, so I'm going to leave that kind of like it is, and I'm going to kind of work on my inside layer. I don't have a whole lot for the inside layer, but here it is. Here's my inside layer. And I kind of thought that I might just bring in the stamped image that matches the die cut that we stuck on the front. Pull that out of there. And I'm just going to stick it on a block because I really only need this the front part of the foliage here. Because I thought I would do this. I would ink this up, just the foliage part, and pretend like it's coming down from, outside of the card. And then I have this bell that I can just kind of stick there. I don't know. I think it's cute, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on some of these parts here. Not everywhere. And then I'm going to kind of tap my finger because sometimes you get more glue than you want, even as a professional. There we go. And now I don't have any more white bows, but I have a little gray one. I even have a dark gray one. How about that? How about a dark gray bow? Okay. Oops, it didn't want to stick. It stuck on my hand. Okay. So we're going to set that aside for just a sec. I probably should have used a glue dot. I wonder if that would have been better. Are these getting stuck? Yes, they are. So it will stick. I just need to set it aside for a second. Okay. And you guys are commenting. Do I need to see anything? Oh, you're liking the card. Yay! Great. Okay, excellent. All right. So I'm going to add this to the front. All I'm going to do is add some glue to the back of this white piece that I put under the frame. And we're going to look and see if we can get it to be, centered. Sometimes it works and sometimes it does not. Okay. And then I did die cut a bunch of these little, I'm calling them snowflakes. I don't know what they are, but I don't know if I need to maybe add some in there at all, or is it fine without adding something extra? I mean, I do have something extra to add because I've got these cute little adhesive backed pearls, and I kind of thought some silver ones might be appropriate. I don't know. Let's just see. Is that too much? Is that going to be too much on the front here, or is it going to be good? Whoops, I gotta I didn't get that off exactly the way I would want it to be off. Whew, that's kind of fun. And then maybe we could, Lisa's loving the snowflakes. I think I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on the back here of it. And I'm just going to add one. And I don't know if I'm going to put them all. I kind of wanted to stick one up in here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. There's just not going to be any room because of where I put the foliage pieces. So maybe, I thought I had 3. I do. Rhinestones. I could use some rhinestones, Marilyn, but I kind of wanted to use these festive pearls because festive pearls are something that I'm including in the class. And so sometimes I try to use the products that I'm actually including in my class. And so I'm going to go with the silver festive pearls here. And oh my, I got a double. That was kind of weird. Okay. And we're going to try to stick them on our little snowflakes. So cute. Okay. Look at that. That's fun. Okay. Now we have our inside layer. So we're going to stick that on the inside. And I always work upside down because I can see better if the things are upside down. I know it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Okay. There. How fun is that? And of course, then you could do an envelope. And we could kind of do the same, the foliage piece that we just did. And we could add that to the front of the envelope there. So let's just kind of ink that up and stamp that. And I mean, honestly, I have another ornament. I could glue that on there. I don't know how it would venture through the mail system, you know, if it would get torn off. But maybe if you glued it on really good, or if you were just like hand delivering it, maybe you could do that. But I don't know. I think that would be kind of fun. So there it is. Card number 1, a little bit off the charts because it's a little bit of a different color combination. And I have to admit, you could absolutely make that a shaker card. If you put a window sheet on there, you could throw in some shaker bits. Absolutely. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Good idea. Okay, so I'm going to keep my bits. Well, that's a die. I'm definitely keeping that die. I'm going to keep my bits in here. I need to kind of hurry. What time is it? Oh, it's 5:32. Hurry, Barb, hurry. Got to get this done so we can be live again. So some of you, I hope, are going to be back over to the Business Palooza with us, so we can answer some of your questions. That's what the whole Q&A is about. Ask the experts is what we're calling it. So hopefully we have some expert advice for you guys. Okay. Next card is a butterfly card because you know what? I'm going to be honest. I had sold out of my butterfly class kits and I thought, gosh, I sold out of those so quickly. I probably ought to make some more. So I made some more and then it kind of stalled. So honestly, I could use some help in this area of getting rid of some of these kits. It's an amazing kit. There are the 8 cards to each of 4 designs. You get some iridescent pearls, some resin-shaped flowers. You get envelopes. You get designer series paper. You get adhesive sheets. You get ribbons. All the card kits, whatever. All the card pieces in there. I don't know what you're asking me, Mary. Do you have to sign up to what to join what? Okay. So here are some, this is a really quick card to you guys, honestly. So we're going to use some Starry Sky. And I have gone ahead and embossed this layer with the quatrefoil folder. So this is an 8.5 by 5.5 base and then a 4 by 5.25 that I did with the quatrefoil folder, which is pretty darn cool. We've got a 4 by 5.25 for the inside. I also have a 3.5-inch square. Yes. So you would need to, There's a link in the description of the video here, Mary, for the business. Well, actually, it's my Jot form that you can sign up for everything through the same link. So there's a link in the description of this video talking about the retreat. If you click on that, then you can choose what you want. I would send you a PayPal invoice and then you would get into the group. So, I mean, and I can do that fairly quickly after I'm done here. It shouldn't take me too long if you want to. So, what is this? This is 3 1/4 inch square. So then this is like 3 3/8 inch square. This is some of the Butterfly Designer Series paper. There is a ton of patterns in here. This is one that I just chose because I thought it was really cute and fun. And I'm going to glue it to this. So like I said, this is going to be pretty quick. So let me glue that together. And there's just going to be a very slight border here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue this layer to the card base. And when I do dry embossing that I've done here, I do like to use liquid glue as I feel like it just sticks better than any other adhesive. And I just am kind of a fan of liquid glue all around. I use it and my seal pretty much all the time. Okay, we got that. And then this is going to go on here. Like I said, it's going to be a super simple card. So we are going to do some heat embossing on a piece of vellum. This just happens to be 1 1/4 inches wide by, I don't even know, the length doesn't really matter because we're just going to wrap it around this layer. So it just needs to be long enough to go around your layer. So this is probably, what, 4 1/2? Yeah, 4 1/2. So 1 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I kind of wanted my sentiment to go up and down. And so I found this Life is Better with Friends Like You sentiment from the Flowers of Friendship set. This is from a set that was in our annual catalog last year that carried over. And so we are going to be doing some embossing. So I've got my little embossing kit here that you can get. It's in the Occasions catalog, or no, the holiday catalog, excuse me. And so I do like to add a little bit of the embossing buddy to whatever it is I'm going to emboss. It helps keep the excess bits of embossing powder from sticking all over the place. And honestly, I usually rub my embossing buddy around in my embossing tray also. That also helps the bits funnel down quicker. They don't always get stuck in there, which kind of annoys me. So there you go. You know what annoys me now. Bits of embossing powder sticking in the tray. Okay, I'm trying to find my Versamark pad. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to ink up my sentiment in Versamark. And when I do Versamark inking, I like to add quite a bit. And when I think I have enough, I typically add a little more. So there we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to try to center this in the middle, top to bottom. Well, a little bit to the bottom because I don't want it to be exactly in the middle. But I do want it to be centered. And we're going to kind of press that down, let it set for a minute or two, maybe not minutes, seconds, honestly. Let's be real here. We don't have minutes to wait. And then I pulled that off. And then I'm going to bring in some copper embossing powder. Now, our embossing powders are currently unorderable. They are sold out, but they will be back. So that's why typically I hate to use things that you guys can't get, but most of you probably have embossing powder already. So I don't feel like it's something that you're going to be too upset about that you can't buy right this minute. So I'm using copper. And you can see because I did my embossing buddy beforehand, there is really no bits of embossing powder to annoy me. Oh my gosh, Susan, thank you so much. Susan just gave me a tip and she chose, oh my gosh, the Boss Lady. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. All right. I feel like, what's going on here with my silly iPad? No idea. Anyway, so I have that embossed, and now I can just kind of funnel the powder back into the container. And because I rub my embossing buddy in there, I don't really have any powder that's stuck in there because that really drives me nuts. All right, so then we would bring in our heat tool. We also have a little pair of cross-lock tweezers that come in the embossing kit. And they are, I thought they were like some cheap plastic, but they're not. They're definitely like some kind of stone. And so they are definitely heavy duty. They're not going to melt. I thought they would melt. They won't. So I'm going to heat this up with my tool. It's going to be loud. I apologize. There's nothing you can do. And because it's on vellum, it should melt pretty quickly. There it goes. Okay. Pretty quick. We're done with that. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on my Versamark so I don't make a mess out of it. All right, so I already glued those together. Kind of forgot what I was doing again here. Okay. Oh my gosh, Tony had 13 people for dinner. It's her son's birthday. That is awesome. Happy birthday to him, Tony. And then I'm just going to lay this piece of vellum over my Designer Series paper piece here. I'm going to kind of get it where I want it to be. I kind of want it to be a little low on the layer. And then I'm just going to wrap the ends of the vellum around, because you know how vellum, you can't really always put glue behind vellum because vellum doesn't like glue. I don't care what kind of glue it is. It seems like you can always see it. So we're just not going to deal with glue, and we're just going to wrap the ends of our vellum around to the back of the card, and then we'll be done. Sandy says she's going to come back for the replay. Awesome, Sandy. Okay, so there we have that. Then I'm going to put that on the front of the card. A little bit of an interesting thing we got going on here. Now, I wanted to use one of the die-cut butterflies because the best butterfly stamp set has the best butterfly dies. And there's a really cute one in here. It's right on the very bottom, I think. Yep, here it is. It's so cute. It's pretty detailed. So I went ahead and where's my pack of cardstock pieces? Oh, here we go. I used some adhesive sheets, or an adhesive sheet, and I put the adhesive sheet on my Parakeet Party paper, and then I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and now all I have to do is just peel up this protective backing, and I have glue all over this butterfly for the most part. And so I'm just going to add it right up here. So part of it's on the vellum, part of it's not. Okay, I'm going to add this to my card with dimensionals. I don't think we're going to get to another card, you guys. And honestly, it wasn't even really something exciting. It was just one of those memories and more card kits. I was just going to make a card out of it super quick. Maybe I'll still do it. We'll see. But I do need to try to throw some food down my throat and get some water. And I've got to pee. Okay, that's probably TMI. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to get this centered kind of from side to side and up to the top. Oh, Dolly, my square underneath my paper is coral. Okay. All right, so we have that. Then I have a little piece, well, I got the whole roll, but we're just going to get a smaller piece. It's the white seam binding ribbon, the skinny stuff. And I have a light Starry Sky marker. I'm pretty sure it's Starry Sky. Yes. And I'm going to color my ribbon with my Starry Sky blend. And then I'm going to tie it into a bow. And I'm going to stick it on here somewhere. Where? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out after we get the bow tied. All right, I think that's probably enough to tie a bow. All right, we'll get some scissors in here. There we go. Well, that might need a couple seconds to dry. So while that's kind of drying, I've got my inside layer here, and I had another little butterfly that I actually found in my stamp set, because I do keep, like if I have extra die cuts, I just put them in a little baggie inside my stamp set. So I have all these fun die cuts to work with here. And you know, honestly, let's do something different. I was going to just pull out one that's like the one on the front, but I just decided right this second to change my mind because I saw this. And it is the Starry Sky butterfly stamped on Starry Sky, which amazing. And so we're going to do that. And then I have, I don't know, is this too small for that? Probably. What else do we have? What other options do we have here? If we can throw something together without having to die cut anything, that might be kind of cool. Oh, I think we probably can. Maybe. Oh, gosh, maybe not. Ooh, that's not horrible. And then we do have a little body here. If we kind of made it a little smaller. Let's just see what we can do with some scraps. I mean, they're not really scraps, but they kind of are. Maybe if we flipped it around. Let's see. Susan says, could you tell us again where to find the color buddy cards you made? Oh, there is a link in the description of the video, Susan. You'll just have to scroll down a little bit in the description box. I did move them a little bit lower down since I wasn't like using them and talking about them today. I was doing some other things today, but they are in there. So you can find them in the description box. All right. I'm just going to set this. I'm going to do this. We'll see how it looks. I have high hopes. After we actually, well, it's too late. I was going to say I need to flip it upside down. You know what? Maybe I could. I can. This is now going to be the top of the card. Changed my mind. I can do that because I'm a girl, number one, and it's my show and I can do whatever I want on it. All right, we've got the inside of the card now. So I will throw that in here. Okay. And then we'd have a little room to write a cute little message. We have the outside almost done. I need to find my ribbon now. Okay, I'm going to tie a bow. Oh, come on. Work with me here. Don't you know, Bo, that I have another date tonight. This is like, I've got 2 dates tonight. I've got a date with you guys, and then I've got a date with Kelly and Dina and a bunch more of you. Oh, goodness, come on. All right, we are going to get this to work. Yes, Eileen, sometimes you just have to go with it, you know. Sometimes things just dictate what's going to happen, and you got to roll with it. So we're going to roll with that. Now, I don't know where I want this bow. Do I want it like right down here? Do I even want it on there? Now that I'm looking at it, it's going to seem kind of dumb. Actually, maybe it's too big. That's the problem. Let's make it a little smaller, and then maybe we can put it on the butterfly's body. If it's small enough, I think we can make it a little smaller. Come on, you. All right. I think I'm going to try that. If it looks terrible, well, you know what? Then we will just throw it in the bucket of bows and we'll use it on something else. What do you guys think? All right, I'm going to kind of lay that there for just a little bit while I think about what else I'm going to do. I kind of wanted to go with the copper theme and use some of these brushed metallic dots. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I actually have 2 left on this card from the package. So let's just pull those off and maybe add them right down here at the bottom. And then we can use one other. All right, I'm going to pull that off. I don't think I'm going to put it up here. That looks a little bit far away, but maybe right there. And then, ooh, wait, maybe I can put them on the butterfly's body instead. No, I don't like that either. I think maybe I'll just do that. And I'm going to stick the bow on. I changed my mind. Oh, somebody's asking some questions and Terry's answering. Thank you, Terry. Ordered the box full of fun. No, Judy, we always send everything out after the fact because we do a lot of prize giveaways. And so if you win a prize, it will be in your box. And we just don't want anybody like waiting. The post office, you know, we can't count on the post office all the time, and it would be very sad if if there was like 2 of you that were expecting a box and you didn't get it. That would be very sad. So we just wait until the event's over. You can spend all of your time interacting with people, interacting with us, and that way then when you get your box, you're kind of already familiar with what's going on with the make and take projects, and then you can just work with them. And yeah, postage is really expensive, and we do try to save anywhere that we can so we don't have to pass any costs on to anyone else anyway. But I think that turned out all right, kind of going with the flow there. I'm still not loving the bow. I might end up taking that off. I don't know, but it's not horrible. We're gonna say it's not horrible. All right, here's our other card that we did today. In case you were just joining us, you can find this earlier. And then I can quickly, I mean, honestly, this card is going to be so fast, it's going to be ridiculous. I decided to pull out my Santa Express Memories and More cards and envelopes and the Santa Express Memories and More cards. And honestly, this could not be any simpler. I was looking at this earlier today and I saw this super cute little card. And all I have to do is take this card that comes in the cards and envelope kit, glue that on. I think I'm going to go a little bit rogue here, and I'm just going to like do it with dimensionals because why not? And then that's simply a card. I mean, honestly, if you are a person who struggles with sending out Christmas cards and you don't do it because you don't have time or you whatever, this seriously could not be any easier. Buy the cards and envelopes and then the cards themselves, the card kits, I guess. And you just glue these things together and then you're done. And the only thing I'm going to add is I just found my red rhinestones and I thought, oh, why not? We could put some red rhinestones on. But look at that. If I get it even, then it'll be good. Christmas card, done. And you even get envelopes in here. You get a couple different ones. So we have the kind of green, and then we have the red. So I think I'm going to go with a green for this one. And then it gives you a nice area to write your card, even though and it does have a cute little border. But I mean, seriously, how crazy is that? And I've got some red rhinestones here. And I kind of thought, you know, what if we put a red rhinestone at the top of every tree? That jazzes it up. Doesn't really cost anything extra. If you put like a piece of cardstock or something over this, I think these gems are small enough that they shouldn't cause any problems with the post office. And oh my gosh, look at that. How cute is that? And it's done in, what was that, a minute? Literally a minute. And there are all kinds of little cards in here that you could make a card with. You can just slap these on your card bases that you have in your drawer. They're so cute. And they're double-sided, so you get lots of ideas with them. Oh my gosh. They actually have some of these. They're kind of die-cut little, like, I don't know if they're wood. Actually, they are wood now that I'm looking at this. These little die-cut wood things. Oh, Terry says, yeah, you could put I could put a bow right there. Do I have some ribbon really close, really handy? I have some red. Wood red? That doesn't really go. This is more like Poppy Parade, and I don't have any Poppy Parade ribbon. I only have red. I guess I could tie a white bow. I could do a white bow. But I'm trying to make it flat, so I don't really want to add the bow, because then the knot from the bow is going to be a little bumpy. And I feel like these won't be too bad, so I'm just going to leave it. But there's all kinds of fun things in here. There are some clear cards that you can put, like acetate sheets. There are little stickers that you can throw here and there. So, oh my gosh, they are so much fun, you guys. All right, I have to go. I have 8 minutes to go to the bathroom and grab a snack and get my computer set up to go live. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to throw these cards out here really quickly again for you guys. So if you're in Business Palooza, head over there right now. I'll be there shortly. If you're not and you want to be. The pack, Terry, is called the Memories, and it's the Santa Express. Santa Express. Or not Terry, Tony. No, it was Terry. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now I'm starting to freak out. Okay, I got to go. So I'll see you back here next week, guys. Have a great week. Any of the things we talked about, all the links are in the description of the video. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.